Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for space, it's Parker. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The throw. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
They go to the ground. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Washington State.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
On first and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Snap it to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on second and goal? And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm
just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete.
The receiver.
Deflection.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And here comes the offense on second down. He leaves it with his back. Knocked off his feet.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Key. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Washington State lines up quickly. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Florida State. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man on the right. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On the return, it's Gibson. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The give to Davis. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Glenn. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. On 4th down, going to the air. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Cougar! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football.
And it's blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not...
The 18.
Down as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Shows him the stiff arm. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete on the right side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Trying to get to it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the breaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Quarterback keeper. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! On to attempt the try. Man, is that dude fast. It is easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes athletes and elite throwers.
Reese, you say easy, I say annoying. Think about the defensive perspective. I got to guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run? Well, here, you take the playbook and stop him.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete the passes.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Comes out throwing on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Got room at the 35. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The option look. He'll toss it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. To the air, it's Croman Hope. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. That's caught. It's Parker. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. He's going to let it go. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That is no good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The play-action fake. Quickly complete. Bulldozes him. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. They're bringing heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
On second down, just keeps firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The field goal is no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Cougars will hustle to the line. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Gibson. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. On the option. He'll pitch it. Bowls his way forward. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Feeling some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 10 over Western Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Still looking on the move. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Washington State 20, Florida State 17.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Coming after him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
To throw, it's Croman Hope. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with a first down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Looking to go up top on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Touchdown, no! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
24, Washington State, 24.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. He'll come out throwing on first down. Working that left side now. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's going to pass. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Able to get one down to the 15.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Now improvising. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. And he really needs to get away a good kick here. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. You want to talk about building confidence?